What up? What up? What up, everybody? Um, Welcome to another episode of Cho Thoughts, except by myself. Um, I've had a lot going on this week. I really wasn't even going to do a podcast this week. I got some personal things going on with a friend of mine and some other things going on. I lost somebody in my family, and I got I got some personal things going on. But I wanted to do this just to, kind of clear my head, and of course get me in a nice mental state. So I gave Sam the week off. No surprises. Nobody showing up. Just me. Kind of gonna do it OG style, except now with this platform that I have in front of me, and now that I do videos, I was gonna do my own podcast by myself, which clearly is happening. But I'm going to go through some of your questions that are for me, that were always aimed for me, that never made it to the show. Recent ones, some that have been to the side, only for when I could have a minute to answer my questions. I have a lot. We're going to get through them. So if you're not interested in this particular podcast because I don't have my co-host or there's not a guest, sorry. This is the way it is. Um, I'm gonna get into a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna touch on a whole bunch. I got a good bit here. So if this is your question, finally, and I've answered it, make sure that you send me a message, a DM saying, "Oh my God, you finally used it" or whatever. Great. I'm happy to do that for you. I just always want y'all to know that if your question gets asked to me, I really can't answer that. You know what I mean? If like certain questions, if Sam's here, it's not because Sam, because it's Sam. It's just it's more aimed towards me. So what I'm gonna do is if I get enough of these accumulated up, I'm gonna do another one of these. So basically you have a one-on-one with me. So your questions, I'm finally answering them. I know you do questions for me and Samantha, or me and Eric whenever he gets back, because I have some Eric questions that I'm saving. But now I have the chance to do this because of I wanted to fire out a podcast this week. So without further ado, let's go through these motherfuckers. Um, we'll start with the first one, which is the proudest thing in my life besides Xander. And I don't know. I'd say my proudest thing, honestly, in my life is falling, failing, uh, and getting a second chance at life. It's been great to me. It's been wonderful. Uh, I had to detox out of a situation, get my head clear, my mind space, everything like legit, completely heal and become a new person. This version of me that's always there, has always been there. It just finally came into fruition. When push came to shove, this is who I am. This is who I was meant to be. And I help people now. I don't put myself first, I put myself last. I look out for everybody. Um, to a point, to a degree, I will not be used or abused in some capacity or whatever. I don't lend out money. That's just never been my thing. Um, but it will help out somebody in need, only if they reciprocate it back. If they want to pay me it back or do something of a good nature back for me, absolutely. But my proudest thing in my life, I mean, we all know that what the proudest thing in my life is, it's my son. But I believe the proudest thing in my life is getting a second chance at life and doing this all over again, getting a second chance to prove that who I was as before, like as a father, a boyfriend, a fiance, a coworker, a son, like just an uncle. Like this is who I am. This is the person I'm meant to be. Is who is here, who's hosting a podcast, who's expressing everything, getting it out there, talking about life, happiness, my relationship now, my old relationships, people I'm in contact with now, my friends, my family, like and of course my son. And if you haven't seen my son jump into that damn pool at the Polar Plunge, you're missing out. I'm not going to put it on here. You know my socials. You have got to see him if you have not seen him jump in that Polar Plunge. Man, was he freezing. And his mother and I were just as frozen. So I can only imagine what he was dealing with jumping in that pool. But I do want to shout out to Fox Chapel High School and the school district for being number one in the state of Pennsylvania, raising over $44,000, which got them the chance to jump first. And of course, if you haven't seen the video, but you have seen the video, we all know who was jumping in that damn pool first. That's it. So if you haven't seen it, please go on my Facebook or my Instagram and check it out, please. It was an amazing day. His mother and I am so proud of him, of the man he's becoming, the outgoingness of him, what he's doing, what he's pursuing, how the man he's becoming. Like, I mean, I know I wasn't supposed to talk about like that is my proudest moment, but he really is. He truly is my proudest thing in my life. I'm so proud of him. He's the reason I'm alive to this day. So, um, next, I don't get a chance to talk about wrestling because Sam's not really a wrestling fan unless it's Roman Reigns. I get it. Um, but my elimination chamber predictions. Um, I don't know. I don't know. The men's chamber looks pretty damn good. It's pretty stacked. Um, I would like John Cena to win just to see him face Cody at WrestleMania, even though Cody has to now sell his soul to The Rock. But if you don't follow wrestling, I get it. But you'd have to know more things about wrestling. The women's elimination chamber, shit. I, I'm only gonna touch on the chambers. I'm not gonna get into full card and all that because I want to keep the show going. Women's chamber, that's a wild card, man. I really don't know. Like, I don't see Bianca or Naomi winning because obviously the Jade Cargill line is going to come into play, come into fruition there. I don't want to see Liv against Rhea again. Like, I feel like we've went to that well one too many times. What I want is Alexa Bliss against Rhea. I want that very, very badly. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited for Charlotte and Tiffany at Mania. Like I am, because I've kind of predicted that. Like I saw that coming. But I would love to see Bliss and Ripley tie it up because I'm a big Alexa Bliss fan. Um, I'm happy she's back. And
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
you see this? You see how my Alexa starts talking to me randomly because she thinks that she's just taking this shit over. You see this shit? No, nobody got time for you, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, now that that was interrupted, so it wouldn't be my show. It wouldn't be my show without, that's because she heard her name. Meanwhile, anywho, um, did I finish watching Scamanda? If you haven't watched Scamanda on Hulu, I highly recommend watching it, especially if you're a fan of like documentaries, docu-series, stuff like that. I'll just catch you up really quick. Um, it's a woman who basically convinces her church, friends, family members, etc., that she has like a stage 4 cancer, and they give her money, they cash checks, she does donations, she does like a GoFundMe, like Team Amanda, all that stuff, and then you find out she don't have fucking cancer. It's crazy. And then like you find out that she's very manipulative, that it, it's a lot to unpack. But I thank you for the question because Brandy and I did finish it. It's one of the shows, like one of two shows that we don't watch without the other. And the other one is School Spirits on Paramount. If you haven't watched that show, amazing show. Um, Actually, no, another one is a third one that we watch is Shifting Gears with Kat Denning and Tim Allen. It's a fantastic show. If you haven't watched any of those three, I highly recommend it. But no, Scamanda finished really good. I'm not a spoiler. Uh, for people that know Doctor Who, I'm a River Song. I don't spoilers, no spoilers. I don't do it. It's just not my thing. Um, Also, it's kind of one of the questions tied in to this podcast today. I'm just going to answer it. No, I have not seen the new Captain America yet. I'd like to, but eventually I will. I will see it. I know Seth Rollins was supposed to be in that as well. That was part of the question, but apparently he didn't get in. And if you watch the internet or interviews with him, he talks about that more. But no, I have not seen it. Um, am I interested? Yeah, because I really want to see Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk. Like I just have to see it. So that was that was another question. So I just killed two birds with one stone. Um, I am. I'm excited to see it. So maybe one day soon, Brandy and I will go see it, or if I get a chance to watch it on one of my apps. Yes, I'm that kind of guy. If I don't feel like going to a theater, unless it pertains to like Xander, if he wants to watch something really good, or like Brandy wanted to go see Wicked, yeah, yeah, I'll watch it at home. You know, it's not that appeasing to me where I have to go out and see it, kind of deal. Let's see. How's life been since? I kind of touched on that. You know, uh, since that day, uh, and if people know me, they know what day I'm talking about, obviously. Um, and it's a good question, but I feel like I've already answered it. Struggle at first, you know, you get your life back together. You basically know that um, you're not going out like that. You know, like fuck this. You know, time to get tough. You get you had people trying to take the entire world away from you, and you just knew that it could be overcome. You know what I mean? You have to fight. You have to fight this war, and it can take it can take a while. It can take you a couple months, a couple days, you know, to kind of win that war. It could take you 5 years. It really can. But I wouldn't say that I won the war, and I'm not going to sit here wave a flag and toot my horn and all that. You just had to weather out the storm. You know what I mean? And that's just what I was dealing with to where I am now. But personally and mentally, um, I quit doing stupid shit. I quit hanging out with the people that I was hanging out with. I found out the circle around me wasn't really a great circle. So now it's as small as a damn period. I have two of the best fucking friends in the world. Shout out to Eric and Jamie. Um, I have a really good relationship with Xander's mom. Uh, so that's three things that were important before I got like in a relationship status and got back on my feet there. I mean, things were hard with some of these, but at the same time, in the end, it all worked out. Relationship wise, I'm with the best woman possible. She is my rock. Um, if I need her for something, she's there. Um, she, me being with Randy is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Like, it really is. Having that woman by my side for a year and almost a half now, like, it's the best. I was meant to be with her. I understand that I've had women in my life, great women, good women, and in my mental state and where I was, I understand that, I fuck up, they fuck up, whatever happens. But I feel like Brandy was put here for me. Like, I believe it. And I believe that everybody always finds that one person for them that genuinely loves them and cares for them. Brandy's my person, hands down. So, good question. Uh, Favorite cheat day meal or snack? Um, I don't know. Um, Being a diabetic, or I don't know. I guess at this time I would call it like a reformed diabetic because I'm on the outs of probably stop taking my Trulicity too. I still watch what I eat. I don't get crazy. Um, wow, that's a good question. My favorite cheat day meal, mm, I don't know. Would probably just have to be Valentine's Day. Like, going out to eat is like, but got to think smart, logically. Like, can't sit there and fucking eat a whole bunch of fried food or a whole bunch of like sugar, if you're a diabetic or you don't want to be out of remission to go back into it. That's just stupid and fucked up, and you're a moron if you like think that way. Um, but no, like I am. I would say I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a sucker for sweets. Not no more. Now that I know I really can't have them, and I know there's those guilt free ones and like low sugar like Swedish fish and peach rings and whatnot, or sugar free like Reese cups. Who the fuck wants a sugar free Reese cup? Like, let's be honest here. Nobody. But I would say like my favorite snack is hands down Reese cups. I just can't eat them like they're going out of fucking business. And um my meal, I don't know. I really don't have a favorite meal. You know, I like what Brandy makes. I like what I make. Um, I've always been really good. I can make like a good jambalaya, but that's not like a cheat thing for me. And Brandy makes some good stuff herself, but like I don't know, a cheat meal would probably have to be like a breakfast spot, like a Denny's or an Eaton Park or an IHOP, or like we have Waffles and Caffeinated in Pittsburgh. That's a good one. Like a good breakfast, like or like a Cracker Barrel, where you get like where I get a stack of pancakes and I'm in the mood for them, and I don't use sugar free syrup. I use regular syrup. You know, I that's where I cheated a little bit myself. French toast is another one. Like, and that's probably my cheats. Like when a meal happens, but like any other time, I kind of pay attention and don't get too crazy. I mean, pizza's the same way. Like, I don't go nuts. I don't really get it. I really don't try to do fast food unless Xander is really wanting it, and that's fair because who doesn't want a Wendy's burger? Or, I mean, I don't eat McDonald's, but I will get him McDonald's if he feels like it. But then I don't do fries, the drink, and all that shit. Like, I just get a burger, or sometimes get a 20-piece nugget and share some with, like, eat some of his and then have my burger. But I don't eat all my son's nuggets. I mean, that's fucking crazy. But, but my favorite cheat dessert, if I'm out, I am a fucking huge ass sucker for anything red velvet. I just am. So, and when Franny and I go to the Cheesecake Factory, bang, like red velvet cheesecake. I am a sucker for red velvet anything. Um, someone's made me red velvet cookies, fire. I've had red velvet cheesecake, fire. I mean, I am a sucker for red velvet. If I see something like that, it's the control is there, but it's just in moderation. But yeah, like I don't really have. I have snacks and desserts, but I don't have like a favorite. like meal. So sorry, that's as good as I can answer that question. Um, PlayStation or Xbox? See, these are quick questions. Some of these are just really quick for me. I have both. So actually, and a Switch. So yeah, both. But me personally, I have three systems in my house. I have my PlayStation 5. It's an Xbox One that Xander plays. He plays along with my PS4 in his room, and then the Switch, which if I get a chance to get a hold of it, when Xander Phoenix isn't grabbing it all the time, um, that's fun because you go through old retro titles and shit like that. But the PlayStation 5, hands down, I love it. When I get a chance to play it, I'm playing either like WWE 2K or college football. The Resident Evil remakes um, are fantastic. Or, every time you play Resident Evil, they have to tell you that Resident Evil is you're playing Resident Evil. So it's always been a running joke with a whole bunch of people where it's like name of the game 2, name of the game 7. That's always it's I don't understand. Like people know that you're playing Resident Evil. Why do you have to tell us Resident Evil in this dark, what like mysterious, ominous voice? Like we get it. You're playing the game. Name of the game 8. Like just stop it. Capcom, just stop. Seriously. Um, what else do I play? I play like this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge with Xander. That's a lot of fun, especially if you like the old TMNTs from when we were kids. Um, what else? I kind of fell off of Call of Duty because my life is so busy that I don't. I know if I play, I just lost 3 hours when I could be doing something else. I could be helping out somebody with groceries. I could be doing something at my house. I could be helping out somebody. I could be I could be doing something else. So my video gaming isn't as extravagant as it used to be, but when I get a chance to get on the six, um, I do like I love Hogwarts Legacy. I love it, especially being a Harry Potter fan. I, I I can leave that game, come back, and I can figure out what the fuck I was doing for a little bit, and then I'm full fledged back into it again. And then next thing you know, I lost like an hour or two. But the best thing is, my girl likes that I play video games. She knows that's my safe space. She knows that that gives me comfort and some solace because my world is busy. I'm busy. I shoot the podcast, I work, I take care of my son when he's with me and when he's not with me. I make sure that everything's okay. I make sure my life is okay. I make sure my house is okay. And then when I have a minute for downtime, I put on my PS5. My girl is not like other girls or most girls, let's put that out there. Most women, where they get jealous over your system. No, that shouldn't be that way. If she's reading a book or indulging in something, and she's taking a minute and you guys have a minute, but yet you're sitting there curled up on the couch together. And yeah, you're not looking in your phones or whatever and not really spending time with each other. She'll pick her head up and she'll be interested in the game I'm playing or make notes or, hey, you should do this. Maybe you should try that. Or, hell, that was pretty cool. That is, I think that's a blessing. You know what I mean? I understand how women have this misconception about video games. I get that. But at the same time, if a man's interested, like, if a man is busy and doing his thing, like, I used to love playing video games so much, but the older I get and the more responsibilities I have, especially with my own place, owning my own place, and especially being a father, and of course being a boyfriend, and just taking on the world, like video gaming for me is in the back. But she knows, and that's what I love. One of the many things I love about her about and for is she knows that the video game system isn't taking away her time, our time. Like, it's my solace. It's just I need a minute, and or I'll do something, and she has no problem with that. So I mean, shit. I just got her involved in GM mode on WWE 2K. So if that isn't real fucking love, I don't know what to tell anybody. I mean, I've had past relationships where they play Call of Duty with me or Peggle or trivia games. Those are a lot of fun. You know what I mean? I do them with Brandy too, like the trivia games. But like, if you have somebody that's okay with you playing a game, but you're not completely invested in it all the time, like that's another life lesson that I've learned. Like, sure, they'll share their sticks with you and whatnot, but it's just not always about video gaming. But I'm sorry I drifted off there. But for me, yeah, it's my PS5. It's the best fucking thing I've ever got. And the crazy thing is, I never even bought the damn thing. It was gifted to me. And uh I'll put it out there. It was gifted to me by an ex in between Xander's mom and Brandy. And then I find out that, it's here. She just fell off the face of the fucking earth. Not my problem. Never asked for the PS5, never texted me about the PS5, but then text me about her clothing that was still here at my house. This was months later. I'm like, bitch, your fucking shit's gone. Like, you haven't talked to you in like 6, 7 months. Like, no, no, your shit's gone. Don't come for my PS5, dude. Don't come. And if for some reason you watch this shit, you ain't getting that motherfucker. You ain't getting that motherfucker. You have to kick down the goddamn door with a SWAT team. You bought me that thing. You're the dumbass that bought me 2 controllers with it too. You're the dumbass that bought me fucking games to go with it. And you're the dumbass that got me the fucking warranty. That's not my problem. Thanks for the gift. Next question. Am I excited about pit football? Yeah. Yeah, I am. I'm excited every year. I'm excited every year just to see what the teams got going for them, how they're going to turn out. Um, the fact that Notre Dame's coming this year, which now, upon like some circumstances that has happened, and I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind, that Eric's daughter Jane got accepted to Pitt. So now Eric has snagged season tickets like 5, 6, 7 rows behind me. So you guys are in store for some shit when Pitt season comes around. But my mission is still the same mission. Pitt plays Notre Dame. I have the closer seats. I'm gonna sell my seats. Uh, I'm gonna get probably a good chunk of change for it because obviously it's Notre Dame, and I'm gonna go enjoy the game with Big E. So when that day comes, we'll try to do better than what we did for the backyard brawl. But yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to see how it turns out. Do I expect them to win a national title? Fuck no. Do I expect them to try to at least win the ACC? Maybe. But I've had these tickets for so long, and I thank my dad for it tremendously. But like, I don't know. I don't mind going. I don't mind it because they're mine. Like, they're my tickets, and I love it. I was converted into a Pitt fan by somebody, and I don't know. Since then, it's it's been great. I've had amazing times with amazing people there, and the atmosphere is great. To me, it's like I understand the rowdiness of the Pittsburgh Steeler games, like I get it, but just watching these kids on a collegiate level, it's just so much fun, and the crowd is great. Having Xander there singing "Sweet Caroline," like that. Oh my god, that almost made me tear up this year. But yeah, man, I'm super excited, especially with Notre Dame coming to town and seeing how that goes. So yeah, good question. Is this really your last bar crawl? I don't know. I don't know. I've talked shit. Obviously, look, I'm sipping from a pit fucking cup. Um, honestly, I want to say yes because I'm 42 years old. I don't have it in me like a 22-year-old no more. Due to my medications and when I was on my medications for diabetes, like I had to watch sugar levels and liquor and beer and it's just plus I'm old. I don't want to deal with the next day. I really don't want to, but I got to see how this one transpires. And Sam and I will touch more on that next week because next week that episode is going to drop the day before the crawl. So that's going to be crazy. Plus, I'm shooting video from the crawl for that following podcast to summarize what transpired during the crawl. So again, I have to see how it goes. I remember doing the first one and just taking it all in. Feels like, wow, they really do this shit. They really go all out. And just to do that for so long with amazing people, just wonderful experiences, great memories. I want people to show out one more time for it, but I'm not mad or upset if people don't. I understand that the people that we used to do that with, they now have kids, they have lives, they have wives, they have shit to do. Understandable. But when I got propositioned with this to really do this because I missed last year's, I I was like, fuck it, I'm in. You know what I mean? But the stars had to align. So I don't know. I want yes. Right now, I want to say yes. Let me experience it one more time. But if this isn't my last one, this is my second to last one. Is your dad really like that? Yeah. Yeah. My dad's like that. Um, my dad is uh everything I've talked about on this podcast and then some. Uh, I love him. He's my father. But some of the shit that spews out of that man's mouth that has made it to this podcast and fucking it sometimes I look at him and myself and be like, did you just fucking say that? Yes, my dad is just like that. My dad is old school. My dad talks with no damn filter. Obviously, if you fucking buy a Christmas tree, you need rope, even though they supply the fucking rope. Still is the funniest joke, I swear. Like, I still couldn't believe him and them damn pine needles. But yeah, my dad is just like that. My dad is very just open, honest, and like no filter. I mean, I could be like that too, but if I was so no filter, I wouldn't have a podcast. And people that know me and you know who you are. Um, Sometimes I don't have a filter, but I try to contain that person, and I don't let that person out really no more. You know what I mean? I am trying to be the best version of myself that I can be. But no, that's a great question. But my dad is really fucking like that. My dad is. My dad has said some shit that makes you go, what the fuck? My dad has done shit where you're like, dude, you're gonna fucking hurt yourself. He don't care. He's a very go getting attitude. If he wants to get it done, he does it now. And he's just always surprises me, like tries popping in my house, thinking me and Brandy are fucking or doing something weird. I don't know. I don't know what goes through his fucking head. But my dad always thinks he's gonna catch something weird happening. Like, there's no like random fucking 1 in the afternoon on a Tuesday sex party happening here. Like, what do you expect happens when you walk through my door, like a late night rave. Like I don't know, I don't know, but no, that's my dad. Um, that's just who the fuck he is. Um, what podcast do I listen to or watch? Um, well, I really don't. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys and gals. Like, I really don't. Um, so I have to still watch the podcast that my friend Kevin Buchanan recommended to me. So me and Sam have to do our research on that. Um, and I'm getting to that. It's just the last 2 weeks have been fucking wild. But me, like I just because of my job, and sometimes if I have a long road ahead of me, I really sometimes I'll watch them and sometimes I'll listen to them. I have a selective few, and they're more like wrestling ones. Like I listen to Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Um, Sometimes I'll listen or watch Impulsive with Logan Paul, even though people don't like Logan Paul. But sometimes he has wrestlers on, and I have to watch it because it's wrestling. I love wrestling. I've loved wrestling since I was fucking 6 years old. So that, and sometimes once in a while, I'll watch the 6 Feet Underground with The Undertaker. That's good. I listen to Just a Little Shady by Eminem's daughter, Haley. It's just cool. Like I like to get it's like her own world, and it's cool because it's Eminem's daughter, so she rarely talks about him, and you just get a good inside look of who Haley Jade is. So other than that, I really don't. I really don't. I just I don't know. I know. I feel like it's bad and sacrilegious that what about Joe Rogan and like what about Two Bears One Cave? I do. I dabble. I can't say I'm religiously into them. Like something has to catch my eye. You know what I mean? And then like I mean, I sometimes Two Bears One Cave is that's great. Like I'll watch that. But I watch that when I'm at home. Not all the time. But that's probably it. I don't dabble with too much of them, but it's more wrestling podcasts than any. If you have a podcast that you want to recommend to me to watch or listen to, like my friend Kevin did, I'll get to them. But trust, I will get to them. But it's just, when I do, I'll tell Samantha about it or Eric whenever he comes back, and we can go from there. But like I said, don't think I forgot about things. I don't forget about things. I have them written down on my like in my iPad. Like, hey, you're supposed to do this by blah 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 blah. Put this in the show or whatever. So I never want anybody to think, oh, that motherfucker forgot all about me. I didn't forget about you. I don't forget about any of my fans or viewers that watch the show. I get a lot of feedback from a lot of people. And I commend you all and I love you all for that because you guys are what keeps this show going. Even if, like today, like if I don't want to, but I kind of wanted to. I wanted to talk to you guys. You all fucking had questions, so I'm gonna fucking finally answer them. Um, is it hard to record a podcast and then 100th episode plans? No, it's not hard to record a podcast at all. Um, when I initially did it, like we're all fucking grown adults. I basically was trying to apologize and more or less put out the hurt that I was feeling and the regret from my relationship. And I was like, there's something here. Like, I'm talking. Like, people can hear me and hear my expression and hear my voice. And then, of course, as it progressed and as it moved on, and I wasn't doing it by myself when Sam first was my first guest, then it transitioned into Eric, and then I would have other guests on, of course, like you name it. And then we got the video. I never fucking thought we'd be here. Never in a million years. So, no, it's not hard. You get a platform like here we use StreamYard or StreamYard, sorry. Um, And initially it started with Spotify for podcasters. Now it's just under Spotify. But no, it's not hard. The editing process um, doesn't take that long. It takes about, I'd say, if you really want to get into it, and get like the marks right and everything like that, I'd say it's probably like 15, 20 minutes. And you're ready to go. And it goes right on your streaming platforms, and you click all the links and whatnot. Doing a YouTube page was fucking Thanos snap easy. Um, but no, I wouldn't say it's hard at all. Just if you feel like you have something to talk about and your podcast could just be a hodgepodge of shit every week, um, yeah, try it. Try it. Because you never know. You fucking never know. Second part of your question, the 100th episode plans. Um, I don't know. I can't even fucking believe that this piece of shit show got almost 100 fucking episodes. And that's between video and audio. But I get happy about it because thank you all, because here we are. I'll be having 100 episode very soon. I don't know. I might have guests. My plan is to have guests, of course. Um, my plan is to probably stretch it, because usually my goal now is to have an hour to an hour and a half podcast. This one will be probably, depending on guest, depending on questions, depending on the dialogue, depending on what we're talking about. Um, I don't know. I might go 2. 3 would be pushing it, but it's a big episode. It's an important episode. It's a monumental episode, and we'll see. You just got to keep watching and see what happens on the 100th. Craziest thing you've seen while working? Wow. Well, I mean, anything I've seen working has made it to this show. And, I mean, getting hooted and hollered at by inmates at a jail. That's probably the most like, oh my god moment. Um, so for those of you that haven't heard, I was doing a box delivery or a pickup, I believe, and yeah, I was walking through like the main cell blocks to get to the warden's office, because there was like administration files and whatnot in there. And I can't get too much into the specifics of what I was grabbing and whatnot. But I had to do 2 trips, and I got hooted and hollered at. It was like, I love a man in uniform, man. I just love him in some orange. Yeah, it makes you feel uncomfortable, so you can understand what women feel like at a construction site, for God's sakes, like old school ways. But yeah, that's probably the like wildest. The craziest thing, shit. Um, I don't know. I got a lot of downtown shit that I've seen. A lot of downtown Pittsburgh is fucking disgusting. Like, it just is. Like, you see the homeless, and even though you don't have money, they keep begging you for money. They want your Cash App, or you can send them money, and they're very persistent. And I I wouldn't say it's the craziest. Seeing the little shanty towns under the bridges, that's a little crazy, but to me, I'm used to that by now. Um, crazy, crazy, like shit. I've seen, oh man, I've seen a lot. I've seen fist fights happen downtown. I've seen, I didn't see somebody get killed, but I've been down in town where a crime scene, where a murder just occurred. I mean, I didn't see a body or anything like that, but like the crime scene tape was all taped off. I did see the sheet over somebody. Like it's wild, like wild shit. But that would probably be the craziest one. That would really be because that was just like to other people it was just like another fucking day in the city, and I was like, bro, fucking dead bodies right here, like that. Yeah, that's got to be the craziest shit I've ever seen while working. So, my thoughts on Monday Night Raw being on Netflix. I think it's cool. Like, I think it's different. You know, I love how we now have the flexibility that it could be anywhere between 2 and 3 hours. Could be a little bit shorter. A little longer. Um, I like it. I really do. I feel like they should have more flexibility with the language, but I understand that Netflix has a strict amount of rules too. I think it's great for the company. A lot more eyes on the product, which is great. And it also gives like these men and women to do more things outside of the company to draw more eyes into the product on Netflix. So yeah, I have no complaints here whatsoever. I was a little nervous and hesitant about if it would buffer like the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. I was really afraid of that. And then when I saw the football games at Christmas, I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I was like, well, let's see how this goes because this is live TV. And man, Netflix corrected everything and got it. Like so, like shit. I'm fine with it. Like keep it coming, especially people that don't have cable can now, you know, uh, watch watch it. What else do we have here? Yeah. Do I enjoy my job? Does anybody fucking enjoy their job? Unless you're getting like millions of dollars? No. I'm sorry. My throat gets parched from doing this on my own. Usually my co-host will say something and I get a chance to drink something. No. I don't enjoy my job. Do you enjoy your management that's fucking shit? Do you enjoy that? No. Cool, neither do I. Do I enjoy the politics of it? No, but every job has politics like that. If you're asking, do I enjoy my job for what I do? Yes, I love my job. I I used to say that I would love to be a driver. Just because like my vehicle is my office, I do what I want to do. Um, but no, I love it. I love my job. I don't like the politics and bullshit and management and behind the scenes shit. But it personally, I love my job. I think it's great. It provided me opportunities to go to different markets, see different cities, and I'm excited for what the future holds. Maybe like uh, other states and areas to check out. Um, the reliability that if I want to leave from PA and always go to another state, I'm allowed. So if another state has a job offer and the price is right and I was able to move there, I would have to consider it, of course, with my partner and whatnot, my son's mother, all that shit. But I mean, I to be quite honest, I probably wouldn't. But to do that weekend stuff that I did in like Columbus, Cincinnati, uh, I think there was Cleveland, there was possibility of like Detroit, um, Virginia, Indianapolis, like yeah, of course, and it was fun because I got to see like the nightlife of like Cincy, Cleveland, Columbus. And I actually, before I met Brandy, highly considered once Xander was of age and graduated high school about moving to Columbus because I really enjoyed it there. People were nice, they were lovely, and I just liked it there. Like I really was at, comfortable there. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I like my job. I don't like the politicking and whatnot. Um, do I have any regrets? No, no. Um, I I used to, and I used to be so confined to one thing I was regretful for, and then as the winds started changing and my life started getting out of that depression and all this negativity and it's like black aura around me of like my past, like me fucking up and not being a good boyfriend or fiance or dad and whatnot, and me becoming who I am now. I don't have none. I don't have none. I've had people walk out on me. I've had people not talk to me no more because they've been told something or they've heard something, but they never confronted me, and I lose good friends and family over it and shit like that. But I don't regret anything. Like, I can't regret it because then I'm an overthinker. So if I regret it, or if I have regrets about things, my mind's going to spend 24/7 talking about those regrets, thinking about those regrets, regretting those regrets. And I've been told the past is the past for a reason. And now what I do is I control the controllable. I don't have regrets. My only regret ever is I don't have enough time. That that's that's it. The best relationship advice. I shit. Um Fuck it, let's do it. Um Off past experience into what I'm in the relationship I'm in now. The best advice I can give to somebody in a relationship is um okay, a couple things. And I don't want no shit from nobody about this, but I'm going to be real. One, listen to your fucking partner. Listen. Listen to them, and even if it's boring and you can't make sense of what they're saying or you can't comprehend it because, you know, well, that's their job and whatnot. Sure, it may sound like a monkey clanging fucking cymbals in your head, but listen to them. Like, seriously, just try. And if it sounds like a pre-calculus algebra problem or whatever, then, try to find out more if that's possible, or get a little in depth, or try to do a little research on what they do or something like that, or just the ins and outs of their shit. Just talk to them more. Two, communication. Communication is, I am not fucking around. Communication is so key, and communication is the lifeblood of a relationship. No secrets, unless it's like little shit, like, a birthday or Valentine's Day or your anniversary or shit like that, or you do something thoughtful or whatever. Don't lie to them. Don't lie. Like, because one lie, you have to cover it with another lie, you have to cover it with another lie until you're in this web of lies. And then you can't control the controllable. Um, be there for them. Know that, know that you appreciate them. Know that, thank them for what they're doing. Understand that they're here for you. Love them. Cherish them. Understand that they're not just a trophy. They're not, you know, be around them. Don't just want to be out with the boys all the time and you don't spend time with her, or put her, put her or him underneath other priorities. If you have children, I get your children are your top priority. Your partner should be right under them, hands down. I mean, you could have your family up there. I get it. Some people are very close to their family. I'm very close to my family. But the only thing is, I've made mistakes in my past that I have hella corrected in my relationship then, and relationships then, to my relationship now. I I appreciate who I'm with. I don't make them feel like shit. I I don't come off like I don't give a shit. I don't think about myself all the time. I think about others. I think about my partner. I'm very involved with her. Like, I want to make sure she's okay. Um, I just want to do I do things better than I did before. And I just will say that. Be there for them, be a constant for them, talk to them. You don't have to smother them, you know what I mean? But just give them what they want. Give them what they want and you will have a long ass relationship. You might even get married. And then it's a healthy, long-lasting relationship. Just be the best version of yourself you can be and don't put everything on them. Seriously. Carry your weight. And especially if you end up living together or whatnot, or it gets that far, don't slouch, don't slack, don't fuck off. Like, oh, now that we're together, she's gonna take care of that, or he's gonna take care of that. She's not your mother, he's not your father. That's it. You know what I mean? Carry the weight together. Support each other. Be there for each other. Learn from my mistakes. Be there for each other. And especially, I cannot stress communication. Communication is it's, oh my God. Oh my God. It's just, please, 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 please. I think I'm just about almost done. I'm going through all of them and I'm really getting, I think I just about touched all my questions. Uh, no, actually, I think this is the last one. I age like fine wine. What's my secret? Have you seen my face? All right. This doesn't age. This is stress, anxiety, like all kind of nonsense, like some women shit. Um, my own stress. Um, that's flattering, but if I shave my face, I do look like I'm like I have the craziest baby face. And if people have seen it, they have seen it. But no, I mean, I don't have a secret. My secret was diabetes, or else I'd probably be dead. But I do appreciate it. Uh, I don't know. I don't really have a secret. I just, as I started getting older, it was like, stop being so stubborn. Take care of your health, your mental, physical health. Um, Eat better. You don't have to. You don't have to be out here doing drugs and partying till all hours of the night, drinking so damn much, and then killing yourself in a way. You know what I mean? But I thank you. I'm pretty sure Brandy knows I age like fine wine. So, but no, like it's. I really don't know what to say. because people say like I'll look the same, and I'll be like, man, I don't see it. But then I look at like my senior high school photos, and then I look to now. I just have a beard. I have a beard. That's it. And I look like a scruffy ass fucking old man with a bald ass dome. Like, but I thank you. One time I did have hair, but speaking of, would I ever have it grow back in? Fuck no, it's not my thing. Just this is the way. This is the way. This is the way I am. Um, but I mean, she loves me for the way I am, and people love me for who I am. I feel 42. Plain and simple. I get out of bed. I hurt. Sometimes I feel like Carl from Up on a good day. Um, but it's also because my job is very physically demanding. Um, but I do appreciate that. Um, I do. I think that's great. That's made me laugh. That actually made me laugh. But I just can't help it if I'm handsome. You know, it happens. And I'm not trying to have a big ego because my girlfriend tells me it all the time. So I think that's all I got. Looking, double checking to make sure I have all these because these have been here forever. And I just certain ones have been here forever. There's some are recent, like the Scamanda or the Elimination Chamber or Raw on Netflix. Um, but yeah, I think that's it. Um, I just again, I want to thank everybody for this. If you've made it this far, thank you very much. Um, I had some personal things go on, like I said. Um, but Samantha and I will be back next week. We're gonna touch on the crawl, uh, amongst some other things, like get you guys ready for what the fuck is gonna be transpiring next weekend. Um, but I just wanted to give you guys something. And again, if I get questions like this again and these build up over so long, I'll do another one of these and answer them myself because I want a show that lasts about an hour. It lasts about an hour. So thank you all so much. And this is just me talking to you all. I want to thank you all for making all this possible because without you, the listeners, the viewers, all of you, I would not be doing what I'm doing and love fucking doing it without you. So until next week, again, I apologize for this, but this was great because I got to finally answer people's questions. I am the Big Show, and of course, above anything else, this is Show Thoughts. Later.